Hi everyone. Just like the title said, I've been in my family's new house alone for a few weeks now. My family moved here about 3 weeks ago. It's a really cool house. It's pretty spacious for where it's at. It's got cool features like super nice Wi-Fi, a pool with a slide, and a door system with a passcode lock. It's by far the coolest house I've ever lived in. Anyways, I haven't had a lot of irrational fear in my life. I believe in ghosts and spirits, but I've never had a first-hand encounters with them. I think most stories people tell aren't real, and I wonder if mine is. I don't know if it is, but I figured I would share some details. The first night I got here, I had to take a 5-hour flight, so I was pretty tired by the time I got home. When I got to the new house, I looked around for a little bit, called my dad. He told me which one was my room, and I came in and went to sleep. I woke up at like 3 a.m. with my door wide open and lights on all over the house. I was pretty sure I had turned at least some of the lights off, so I was kind of anxious, but I also figured it could have been just my mind making it up. I got up, turned off the hallway light, closed the door, and turned off the light in my room. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't go all around the house because I'm a wuss. The next day I had no problems. I bought a pizza and chilled out by the pool. I was loving living in this mini mansion all by myself. A few more days went by, and one night I was watching Moon Knight in my living room when I fell asleep on the couch. I woke up naturally at about 2 a.m. on the recliner chair. The lights were off this time, rather than on, and I knew I had left them on. I sat there for a moment and then realized there was something moving in the kitchen. I watched in terror as I saw a bald man walking across the kitchen. He had an abnormally large head, almost like a light bulb, with his grinning smile. The room was illuminated only by the glass screen door to the right of the kitchen. He just started walking back and forth through my kitchen. My heart was pounding. My phone was dead because I fell asleep and I just stared, holding my breath, holding myself completely still, doing my best to hold back my shivers. He kept walking back and forth, opening drawers. He did this for about 10 minutes until he looked over at me and then walked out of the house. When he left, I sprinted upstairs and looked outside, only to see nothing. I figured it was a dream. I went downstairs and checked the door. Yep, the automatic lock is good. There is no way anyone could have gotten in or out. At midnight, my passcode lock refuses entry, and you have to have the physical key to get in. I chalked it up to a hallucination and went to bed. The next night, I had been playing some video games online with a buddy of mine. We were having fun until I walked down at about 11 p.m. only to see the front door wide open. I had left earlier to go get some food, but I remember closing it when I came home. I was unnerved by this, but still thought not a lot of it. I went to sleep at about 11 p.m. that night. I was sleeping normally until I woke up at 3 a.m. again to see the lights on outside my room. I swore I had turned them off. I heard footsteps outside, walking up and down my hallway. I sat in horror again, laying in my bed, trying not to make a noise. I had thought maybe someone had really gotten into my house when I left the door open. However, the lights turned off, and nobody left the house because I would have heard it out the window, so once again, I figured it was just my mind playing tricks on me. This brings us to the last night. Well, more like this morning. Last night I went out to get food again. When I left my house, I remember closing the door and turning the lock on. I heard a click and I left. I ended up going to Five Guys, which, by the way, guys, way too expensive for not very good food. Anyways, when I got home, I was mortified to see the door wide open. This time, I was highly scared. I snuck into my house, closed the door, and locked it. I went into my kitchen and grabbed one of those steak carving forks as a weapon and went through my house. I checked each room, turned on all the lights, and made sure no one could get out. I called my dad. No good. He didn't pick up. He is in New York, so he was already asleep. I hung out and waited for a while and figured I was just crazy again. I went upstairs, and after an hour on my phone, I fell asleep. This morning I woke up in a rush and saw the man in my doorway staring at me, only to sprint away when I got up to chase him. I got up and grabbed the steak fork again and ran after him down the hall for there to be nothing there. This is what prompted me to write this. I saw him in broad daylight and he responded to me following him and threatening him. I figure he is not real, something my mind is making up because I'm here alone. But has anyone had hallucinations like this? What do I do to stop having these?